just drove 11 and a half hours from Minnesota, where when we left it was 25 degrees today. Not too bad. But now we're down here in Arkansas. Gonna hike the Shore Lake Trail Loop, part of kind of the Ozark Highlands Trail system of trails. And it's 73 degrees, I think, right now. It's absolutely beautiful. I guess that's all we're doing. We're just hiking. Oh, and I didn't bring my hiking poles because I couldn't find both of them, so I asked Brent to bring some. And apparently I've got gorilla hands, and they don't fit in the straps for Brent's poles, so I didn't want to bring them. So I'm without poles this weekend, which I do not love. Brent and my son took off as I was filming some flowers. But we're just down in this valley, in this gorge right now. We're walking along. We got a river. I don't know what river it is. I don't remember the name, but we're hiking just off to my side here. Off to my side is the river. I can hear it. Haven't seen it yet, but I believe we're going to crisscross it a few times. And I don't think there's a bridge or anything. I think it's gonna be a wet crossing. We'll see how all that goes. Ooh, that's really thorny. But man, you just can't argue with it. 70 degrees, sunny. It's beautiful. Absolutely perfect out here. Smidge on the warm side, but beautiful nonetheless. Back home in Minnesota, we still have at least a foot of snow on the ground. Can't argue with this. There's something about the water down here in Arkansas. I don't know if it's minerals or what it is, but all of the water has this kind of blue emerald color to it that's absolutely gorgeous that we don't have in Minnesota. What you doing down there, girl? How are you gonna get up? There she goes. Man, just beautiful. Well, we got most of the camp set up. We're kind of stealth camping. I don't know that we're officially 100% supposed to be here, but it's honestly more of a leave no trace site than something else would be, because this is already established. It's on hard ground. It's on mostly rock. It's better than us making another fire pit and clearing another area. So we decided to camp here for the night. I've got my son, his setup set up over here. Brent's way over there, and I'm gonna go. I've got my stuff right here. I'm gonna go put my brand new tarp up. While I was packing for this trip, I realized I had sold all my tarps and I didn't have one. So I had been meaning to make one. I had all the material, so I ended up making a new tarp yesterday. I'm pretty excited about it. I'll go ahead and set it up, then I'll show you guys what it's all about. Do the hokey-pokey or something. Well, I got my tarp set up back here. I know the batteries died, but you can take a look. It's big, it's opened up, it's spread out, it's awesome. I'm gonna give you guys a little tour. Alright, so that's the War Bonnet Ridge runner underneath there with some underground quilts on the underside. That's the ambush, 20 degree, and then I got a 20 degree top quilt from Hammock Gear. And then the tarp here is what we're really looking at. So this thing's sewed together real quick, but I just love how these tarps go together. I've made a couple of them now, but I do simple line locks on each end, and the tie outs are integrated into the grow grain along the sides, and it's super strong. You can pull on this all day long. It's not going anywhere. It's triple stitched here at the ends, double stitched along the edges. Same thing for the ridge line. See the line locks, which is really nice because then it's each side is the ridge line goes around like a tree strap, larks heads onto the tree, and then just runs to the line lock. Super simple. But then what's new for me on this one is I sewed loops into the ridge line on each end, and then I've got a quick release cord. So the cord, the cord goes through each loop, comes back around, and you see I got these little clips. This side goes around through the loop, comes back down here, clips into a prusik, so I can change how loose this is or how tight it is really easily. Down here at the other end, same thing. I'm just clipped right in though as a static lock right on this end. And let me get this tightened with 2 hands. I've got a ridge line that won't get wet from rain, and I can hang stuff off it just like gathered end people. So I got my sunglasses here, and I can hang those. I can hang socks. I can hang a headlamp, whatever I want, just like the gathered end folks. So with the bridge hammocks, you don't have a ridge line, and that's been something that's bothered me for a long time, but now I have it finally. So Brent over here and his gathered end can't make fun of me anymore. He'll still try, but anyways, I'm really happy with how this tarp turned out. Hope it doesn't rain too much though, because I didn't seam seal it yet. And I probably should go help Brent get some firewood going on though. So we'll check back in a little bit.
Well, Tom got his saw long enough to saw one log.
Brent's just demonstrating an energy efficient way of breaking logs in the woods. Isn't that right, Brent?
Absolutely.
There you go.
A good old tree saw.
Tree saw. It's almost as good as the fire saw.
Yep.
What's been your favorite thing so far today? I know we haven't been out for too long, but
trying to cross the river.
Yeah?
I didn't succeed, but
Did you stay dry?
yeah, only my feet got wet. That was fun.
Well, I don't know what time it is. What'd you say? 6:30?
I'd say 6:46.
6:46.
That's how I was guessing.
If you're guessing, based off a watch. Anyways, so it's 6:46. We've got camp made. We went and got some firewood, and Brent did most of that, but I'll probably cut that part out of the video. But
obviously, editing will make you look like you sawed it all.
Right. But anyways, it's been a good afternoon, and we got camp made. It's a nice little camp here next to the river, and we're just getting ready to relax, eat some dinner, and hang out by the fire that Brent also made. You know what this is right here?
The business?
Yep.
The business, yeah. That's for you, hillbilly. No, this is more fun than watching water boil.
Yes.
Watching Tom eat his food after the water is boiled.
It's really exciting for your viewers.
Mm-hmm. So tonight I'm having lasagna with meat sauce. The other two here are having chili mac. How's your 2-year-old chili mac?
It was good. I'm a little sad because it's almost gone.
So Noah,
What?
It is morning of day 2.
Yeah.
How did you sleep, sir?
Horrible.
Horrible.
Yep.
Why did you sleep so bad?
I drank too much Gatorade.
Peeing a lot, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, well, it's a gloomy kind of morning. Apparently, Brent and Noah let me know that it rained last night a little bit. I didn't know that, but I slept okay once I figured out that I had to give Leah my fleece. I got okay sleep, a couple hours here, a couple hours there, but we went to bed pretty early last night, so I got plenty of sleep. I'm well rested. Almost had a heart attack this morning though, when Brent walked up to camp. Leah about lost her crap and woke me up, and I about lost my crap. She did that in the middle of the night too. There's an armadillo, I think, across the river, and she started freaking out at the armadillo. That woke me up pretty fast as well. And anyways, we're trying to get some breakfast. Noah's trying to build a little fire with some hot coals, and there's a chance for rain this morning too. It's pretty gloomy. We'll see. But yeah, it's beautiful out. Brent?
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How did you sleep?
I slept fine.
Slept fine? Because you were far away from the people that were peeing and the dogs that were growling?
Yep, that was good enough. I didn't hear you guys.
The new tarp, hammock, and everything.
New tarp, hammock,
New tarp, hammock, and quilts. Just under quilt?
Just under quilt.
Just under quilt.
Gotta use my same old top quilt.
That's almost a completely new system for you. That was the first time with all of it?
First time I ever used any of it.
And you slept well?
Yeah.
Good. Started raining, so we adjusted the tarp, and we're doing breakfast under the tarp tomorrow. Tomorrow. Now it's starting to really rain. I'll get my camera. Are you not going to eat?
Oh, I'm gonna pour mine in.
Your oatmeal?
Yeah.
Oh, I suppose I didn't mean to make... That's your pot. I'm sorry.
Too late for that.
Brent's doing a blue bag emergency over here, so I'm going to take this time to go investigate, take a look at his gear, his new fancy schmancy gear that he's got over here. First time in the woods for some of it. So that is what a brand new, only one night used Cuban fiber tarp from Hammock Gear looks like. He's got the 12-foot ridge line. And then underneath, I got to take a little credit. This is a DIY hammock that I made and Brent bought from me. It's 1.6 Hexon. We've got the caps up here to close off the ends. It's got this tooth zipper, which allows it to be reversible. So the net is asymmetrical, so there's a head end and a foot end, but the tooth zipper allows the net to go reverse, so you can choose then kind of on the fly which side you want to be your head and which side you want to be your foot end. It also is totally removable, so you can take the net totally off if you'd like as well. He didn't buy it, but I've got for him 2 winter covers, so you can put a winter cover on too. But just real nice. I like these zippers. They're real heavy duty. And then we've got the pack hooks on here for the underquilt suspension. And then this is his brand new Phoenix 40 is what I believe he said. Which for a 40 degree, I mean, I feel like it's got a lot of loft for a 40. That's the Econ as well. I think he said 80 bucks. So For you, those of you on a budget, you really can't beat that. I mean, that's dirt cheap for a down quilt. But nice, nice little setup here. Just left our campsite and Noah's leading the way up here. But we got about 4 miles or so until we get to White Rock Mountain, which is supposed to be pretty cool, pretty beautiful. We've got some falls up here ahead to go see as well. And I think there's that 2-mile loop up there, right? Yep. And there's a 2-mile loop up at White Rock that I think we might ditch our packs and go do the loop.
Howdy.
All right, well, we are on a rare flat part here, but we've been essentially walking uphill for
4 miles?
3.5, 4 miles.
We are meeting up with the Ozark Highlands Trail.
And we are pretty tired. Yes, we are. Dockery's Gap, that way on the Ozark Highlands Trail, according to the sign. White rock straight ahead. I think I'm pointing at it. Anyways, so we gotta go this way. It doesn't give distance. We gotta go this way, and here I'm gonna turn you guys around. You can't really see it that well, but I think way up there, there's a shelter we saw. I think that's White Rock Mountain,
Yeah.
which is where we're gonna eat lunch, and it's not as close as we'd like. Anyways, that's what we've been up to for a while. That's why I'm all sweaty. And anyways, we're gonna go walk up some more hills. How do you feel about that, Brent?
Be a lot happier once we're at the top.
Eating some food, right?
Eating food.
So there's a beautiful campsite just behind us.
We should
And I wanted to eat lunch there because apparently White Rock's a big spur of that. Brent wants to hike up that.
I do.
So does Noah. Tom got outvoted. Sorry.
Cameras never do it justice. That is a big ol' thing. Right now I hate Brent.
Go for it, Noah.
All right.
All right. We're watching Tom try to put his twig stove together.
I think that's the wrong.
He seems to be struggling.
It's been a whole year. How the hell does it go?
I think I know it's yet.
There's
That
3
part
pieces.
here, the other way. Straight from that.
We might have figured it out.
He got it, folks.
With how much wind there is, this is not going to cook very fast.
God for you. That is really good.
What do you have, Noah?
Sweet and sour chicken.
Homemade, right?
Yep.
We're doing a little extra loop hike here for Brent, but I'll give him that the views are pretty spectacular.
How big is the boat?
2 miles. Pretty cool.
Pretty far down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get away from the edge now, it's freaking me out.
I don't like it.
Done with lunch, done with the ice cream, done with the 2-mile loop Brent had us walk, and to be honest, it was a nice little flat loop with some good views. It was fun. So we're now headed back down White Rock Mountain, and we're gonna meet back up with the Ozark Highlands Trail and with the Shores Lake Trail, and then continue on our way. Our goal now is just to head down the mountain, find water, and make camp, and then hang out because it's gotten warm. It's Brent said it feels like hiking in July. It's supposed to be, I think my wife was saying that today was supposed to be close to 80 degrees, I think, so it's pretty warm, at least for us Minnesotans. And anyways, though, beautiful day though. And we're just about back to where I think I did the last video clip of going up the mountain. So we're about to pick back up on the trail. My arm's getting sore now, so I'm gonna go and we're gonna do some hiking.
This is the Katadyn Be Free filter.
Do you feel free?
Well, I don't think it was free, but I'm free from the constraints of our gravity system.
And free from slow flow rates. Ow, it's prickly. Pretty fast. Does that make you happy there, Noah? So we were just stopping to fill up our water bottles and kind of assess the situation as far as where do we want to go from here. If we want to camp here at this rather small water source, or if we want to backtrack to the river more, or if we want to keep going down the trail. I think the consensus is we don't want to backtrack, we don't want to stay here. So we're just getting water, and I think we're going to head down the trail. And hopefully our map is not to scale and we'll get to where we want to go quicker than slower, because according to the map we've gone nowhere in the last like half hour. Anyways, it is a beautiful night, but we're getting pretty tired. We want to eat some food, although maybe more just want to get into our hammocks more than anything. So it's only been, I don't know, 10 minutes since we started hiking again, and we came across another creek coming out of the hill here, and actually had a little bit of a flat spot that we can actually have a little bit of a fire, and so we're going to try and find some spots for our hammocks. I think we're going to camp here for the night, which is good. We're tired. I want to lay in my hammock. How you doing, Brent?
I'm doing good now.
Yup.
Hard to move from this point though.
Oh, hey Brent.
Hey, what?
You know what this is?
What?
This is the business.
It's the business.
That's for you, hillbilly. We wish you were with us. Hope you're enjoying your snow. Well, we spared you the boringness of actually setting up, but we got kind of a little hammock town going in here. So I'm right there with my Warbonnet Ridge Runner in my DIY tarp, and Brent had the idea to tie my quarter tie out to his pull out for a win-win. Anyways, yeah, so there's mine, and then Brent's right here, and then Mr. Noah over here is working on getting his tarp set up.
He's running out of space.
He's running out of space, but I'm gonna go see if I can get him finished up, and then we're good. Leah's a little tired.
You might be sleeping in a winter sock today, basically.
Yeah, the puppy's tired.
Let me get in there and knock here. Ooh, that's hot.
Brent likes taking pictures of himself.
Trying to get a decent selfie, but it didn't turn out very well. The subject matter is questionable. Trying to get a shot where I don't have two chins.
Oh, that's bright. Well, I don't know what time it is. 8:30 is my guess. Sun's gone down. We're just kind of hanging around the fire, and that's about all. We're just eating food, talking, relaxing. It's kind of boring for video, but we're having a good time. Just thought I'd update you. Next thing will probably be bed. So, anyways. There's Brent.
Getting back, working really hard.
Trying not to work too hard. Good chat. Well, good morning, and a beautiful morning it is. It was a much better sleep last night. Leah didn't rustle around nearly as much, that or I didn't hear it. But we're just hanging out here. My son's trying to start the fire from last night's coals, and Brent's getting food ready, apparently, and Leah's back to sleep. So anyways, we're just getting started for today. We'll check back with you guys in a bit. Well, hey there. That part's gonna get cut out because it was awkward. We're on the trail. It's probably getting close to, I'd say, close to 10 o'clock now. We've been on the trail for probably about a half hour. Not quite. And it's a beautiful day. It's getting warm though. But we're hiking out. The trail's been really easy going. You know, the guidebook said hike up the west side, come down the east side, and so we did that, and kind of understand why now. It's a nice gradual uphill on the west side of the Shores Lake Loop, and it's a pretty steep descent then on the east side of the loop. And so you imagine if you're going the other way, which we ran into some people that did, and they were saying it was pretty aggressive going up on the east side. So we were happy that we followed the guidebook's advice slash Brent's advice. But yeah, it's gonna come to an end today here in a little bit as we finish up the trail. We got, I don't know, 5.5 miles or so to go here. But just gorgeous, absolutely beautiful out here. We were talking, it's been a fantastic way to kind of kick off the hiking season. You know, we'll come down here, it's mid-March, do this trip, and then in a few weeks back home, it should be hopefully starting to get warm enough where the rivers can break up. We can do a paddle trip on a river, or maybe if we're lucky do like a little backpacking trip or something. But so we're kind of on that cusp of backpacking slash paddling season starting in Minnesota, and maybe about another month, a couple weeks here. And so it's just been a fantastic way to kind of kick off the new season. Woo! Anyways, been a great time.